April 1945. Berlin is burning. The city is surrounded. Soviet artillery pounds the streets day and night. The Third Reich is collapsing. Deep beneath the ruins of Berlin, in a reinforced concrete bunker, Adolf Hitler is spending the final hours of his life. This is the story of what happened inside that bunker and how one of history's most powerful dictators met his end. By late April 1945, the war is lost. The Red Army is only blocks away from the Reich Chancellery. German defenses are shattered. Communications are breaking down. Supplies are nearly gone. Inside the Führerbunker, the atmosphere is tense, claustrophobic, and filled with denial. Hitler refuses to leave Berlin. He rejects all suggestions of escape. He dismisses reports that contradict his beliefs. Even now, he clings to the idea that German forces will somehow reverse the situation. They won't. The Führerbunker lies about 8 meters underground. It is dark, damp, poorly ventilated. Electricity flickers. The walls shake from constant shelling above. Inside are Hitler's closest associates, secretaries, guards, and staff who know the end is near. They whisper. They listen for explosions. They wait. Hitler himself is a shadow of the man he once was. He is physically frail. His hands tremble. His posture is stooped. His face is pale and drawn. Yet mentally, he remains rigid, obsessed, detached from reality. On April 29th, just after midnight, Hitler does something unexpected. He gets married. Eva Braun, his longtime companion, becomes Eva Hitler in a brief civil ceremony inside the bunker. There is no celebration, no joy, only quiet formality. Shortly afterward, Hitler dictates his final will and political testament. In it, he blames the war on others. He condemns his enemies. He names successors for a Reich that no longer exists. The document is signed, copies are prepared, messengers are sent, though few will succeed. This is not hope. This is closure. The morning of April 30th. Above ground, Soviet troops are advancing street by street. Gunfire echoes constantly. The end is imminent. Inside the bunker, Hitler eats his final meal, a simple vegetarian lunch. Afterward, he says goodbye, not to everyone, not with speeches, but with brief, quiet handshakes. Some staff members cry, others stand in stunned silence. Hitler retreats to his private room with Eva Braun. The door closes. What happens next is known only from later testimony. Inside the room, Hitler and Eva sit together. Eva takes cyanide. She dies quickly. Hitler bites down on a cyanide capsule and at the same time fires a pistol into his head. It is shortly after 3:30 p.m. Adolf Hitler is dead. The man who ruled Germany for 12 years, who plunged Europe into war, who was responsible for unprecedented destruction and genocide, is gone. Several minutes pass. Then the door is opened. Those inside see the bodies. They wrap them in blankets. They carry them up the bunker stairs, through smoke and falling debris, into the garden of the Reich Chancellery. There, as Soviet shells land nearby, the bodies are placed in a shallow crater. They are doused with gasoline and set on fire. This was Hitler's final order. He feared capture, humiliation, being displayed as a trophy. The flames burned for hours, interrupted by explosions and bursts of gunfire. Eventually, the remains are buried in a shell hole. Inside the bunker, discipline unravels. Some attempt escape. Some take their own lives. Others surrender when Soviet troops arrive days later. The Third Reich officially ends soon after. Germany is defeated. The war in Europe is over. In the years that follow, rumors spread. Claims that Hitler escaped, that he fled to South America, that the body was never found. These stories persist despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Soviet investigations, eyewitness accounts, and forensic examinations all confirm the same conclusion. Hitler died in Berlin on April 30th, 1945, in a bunker beneath a collapsing empire. There was no dramatic last stand, no moment of redemption, no final realization, only fear, control, and refusal to accept reality. Hitler's death did not bring justice. It did not undo the crimes. It did not heal the wounds of war, but it did mark the end of one of history's darkest chapters. The bunker was later destroyed. Berlin was rebuilt. Time moved on, but the lessons remain. This was not the story of a hero's fall. It was the end of a dictator trapped by his own choices as the world he tried to dominate collapsed around him. Thank you for listening. And remember, history is not just about what happened. It is about understanding how it happened and why it must never happen again.